Welcome to the latest Motley Fool scoreboard. I'm on in Shakopaloo. We've got longtime fools Dan Kaplinger and Tyler Crow giving a 1 to 10 rating to water heater maker A.O. Smith, ticker symbol AOS. Talk about the business first, including industry competition. A 10 is invincible. A 1 is hopeless. Dan's at an 8. Tyler's at a 7. We'll start with Tyler.
Look, if I was only scoring the North American segment of this business, it would be a 9.5. Selling water heaters is about as durable as a business as you can get, and A.O. Smith has had the leading market share. Look, like 85% of water heater sales in North America are replacements of existing systems. So it's not like a cyclical industry in any way. I took points off because I have concerns that its international markets have been having more problems than they have been letting on in recent years. International revenue is flat for 5 years, despite it being this growth engine it's been marketed as, and margins are less than half that of its North American market. Management used to publish market share data of like how dominant it was in China, but it stopped doing that a couple of years ago, which to me was like, if you stop doing it, probably means the news isn't as good.
Yeah, I understand Tyler's concerns. I was just a little bit more comfortable, I think, taking the business at face value. That core business in North America, domestic conditions really ideal right now. I think that is what motivated a slightly higher score from me.
For management, a 10 is Warren Buffett, a 1 is Homer Simpson. Tyler's at a 7. Dan, you're at an 8.
Yeah, Kevin Wheeler, another one of these executives, worked his way up, 30-year career at A.O. Smith, started out as a regional sales manager. He's been a big part of what has helped A.O. Smith shift over towards more modern trends of decarbonization, increasing energy efficiency. It's been a natural move for the business. It's one that's prompted a big upgrade cycle for existing homes and existing users, and it's one I think can continue for quite a while.
Yeah, it maintains that strong position in North America, and it has actually been capturing share in some of the more innovative aspects of water heaters. Like apparently that's a thing. For example, tankless water heaters and condensing boilers for commercial facilities. I know I just put everybody to sleep, but I promise we'll get there. It has struggled a little bit overseas, and I don't think it's just because of macro issues in China. Kevin Wheeler took over a couple of years ago from the previous longtime CEO who really made that big push into China, into India. And I'm not quite 100% certain that Wheeler has been able to kind of drive that business as well as his predecessor.
For financials, a 10 is a fortress, a 1 is yikes. Tyler's at a 9, and Dan, you're at an 8.
Yeah, I went with an 8. Modest levels of debt. Goodwill, a relatively modest portion of assets, despite the fact that the company has used acquisitions in this somewhat fragmented market in order to bulk itself up. Like to see that. Good, solid score.
Yeah, look, I was even stronger. I think the financials is the kind of the shining thing when it comes to A.O. Smith lately. Net cash position, its cash flows are strong, and it's returning cash to shareholders with buybacks and dividends. It's a modest yield, but I think you toss in some buybacks, and that tends to start to juice earnings per share.
Valuation time, Dan. How well will A.O. Smith stock do over the next 5 years? How safe is it? 10 is the sure thing, 1 is a lottery ticket.
I went with 5-year returns between 5 and 10%. I gave it a safety score of 7. I think this is kind of a sliding scale, though, depending on what your assessment is of where you see the international business going. Tyler raised his concerns about what's going on in China. If you think that your conviction in the stock is based on you think that they will be successful in China and more recently in India, then you may push your returns higher than that 5 to 10%. But I think your safety score has to go down because you are exposed to those emerging international markets. And it's an area where there's a lot more uncertainty than in the core North American business. To me, international expansion would be great, but it's kind of icing on the cake. The core is strong, and I see that being a source of good results into the future.
So I went 5 to 10% with a safety score of 8. 5 to 10 is like well below its historical averages. This is a company that typically compounds in the 15 to 17% range. So this is way down. But I did give it a safety score of 8 because of that strong foundation from the North American market. I think its international segment went from a 2010s tailwind to a 2020s headwind. And I don't know what will be the catalyst to turn it around. I think a lot of people say, well, it's just macro, but I'm not 100% convinced that's the case. I know it's trying to replicate its China playbook in India, but it's been really slow to get off the ground there. I'm not wholly convinced on the international thing as much as I used to be. I should say I used to be a stockholder in A.O. Smith.
Okay, that's a great segue, Tyler. It's top it time. Are there any stocks in the space that you like more than A.O. Smith?
Well, the challenge is its direct competitors, Rheem and Bradford White, are both privately owned companies. So it's not like I can just buy a direct competitor. I would like to do some more digging on individual companies in the residential HVAC space. I think there's a lot of like traits that are in the same vein of A.O. Smith in this segment, especially with heat pumps. I think heat pumps have been a very, very fast-growing trend in the residential HVAC market, and it's something I really want to like dig into a lot more.
You know, it's interesting. The HVAC player that comes to mind for me is Watsco. It's gotten a lot of coverage in the full coverage universe. Has used a similar acquisition strategy in a fragmented market. I'm not saying it's better. It's kind of hard for me comparing those two different industries. But I think that you'll find some of the same attributes in both.
Thank you to Dan and to Tyler. They've given A.O. Smith a solid overall score of 7.2 out of 10. Though neither Dan nor Tyler expect especially strong returns from here, at least not in the middle case. Look out for a new scoreboard every market day at 7 p.m. Eastern. Next up is Palantir. Till then, Fool on.